Hey YouTube, this is Mike again with Uncle Dad's Apocalypse Garage. Welcome back to another episode of the Rustang. On today's episode, basically today, I am going to do some grinding, painting, and priming on the front clip here, the engine bay, get it kind of cleaned up and whatnot. As you guys can see, we're pretty rusted out. So I am going to spend some time and labor on this particular vehicle. I want it to last as long as I can. Get a couple, good 10 years or more out of it, hopefully, before, it just completely falls apart. So we're going to put some rust preventer on it, sand it down the best we can, or wire brush it rather, and paint it. And like I said, put some rust preventer on it. Going to go inside the engine bay, kind of clean it up, give everything a nice, flat black. You guys are probably saying, Mike, why are you spending all the time on, making it pretty or whatnot? Well, pretty much the only places that are going to be, this kind of maintenance is the engine bay and some really rusty areas. I mean, everything else is going to be, the Mad Max, patina, more or less is what we'll call it. But I do want to, like I said, we're rusting out pretty good. I mean, you can see holes inside there. I want to patch those up. So, because this is going to be a driver, the thing about this particular project is it's going to be driven a lot. I mean, I'm going to drive the wheels off of it. So, if I'm, got my wife with me or whatnot, I can't have rain and stuff flying up inside when we're going to events and car shows and whatnot. So I got to make it, halfway decent and, functional. Everything I do is very functional. It will have the concept of the look, but it will be functional. The motor, I'm going to completely go through it. Granted, yes, I know it's not wasteland, approved by just using everything you got. But again, I'm going to go through the motor. I want to make it dependable. I want to make it reliable. So when we're out there driving around, we'll have a good time in it. It will have the aesthetics of a wasteland car though. So anyway, stick around here. Again, hope you guys are enjoying the content so far. I'm still getting used to talking, as you guys know, on these videos and whatnot. But stick around. Hope you give us a like, subscribe, and share. Comment below on kind of like what you'd like to see next on the project. Right now, saving up some cash to get the motor and stuff worked on. And so a lot of this stuff, projects will be kind of cosmetic for now while we're doing, the budgetary stuff. All right, so stick around. And again, hope you like this stuff. All right, guys, so another thing to remember when you're out here messing with this stuff, safety third. So make sure you got your safety squints on, you got your proper finger protection, and you get your respirator ready, okay? So you're gonna be doing some grinding, gonna be a lot of rust, gonna be a lot of, body foam and everything else on here, 52 some odd years old of all these chemicals. So again, safety third, remember that. Like I said, another thing we're going to do is repair some minor, issues too. This particular support is pretty well rusted out, and I was able to get replacements at the Mustang shop for pretty cheap. So I think I scored these for a couple bucks. Just got some surface rust on it. We're going to go ahead and take this piece out and replace it. And I think that's the other side, but anyway, so I've got 2 of them. We're going to replace this support. That way, you know, we're not having issues again going down the road, because like I said, this is pretty well rusted out. Some of the stuff I am going to try to fix and repair a little bit, again, for reliability and stability. So stick around. I'm going to knock this out real fast. I'm going to get that going, take that off. We'll keep on sanding it down or whatnot. I'm using this type of wire wheel brush, pretty aggressive. You can get these at the Harbor Freights, and but you know, you got to make sure you hang on to it, because you don't want to get away from you. That is full shore. But it's making pretty light work of what I want to do here, and I'm probably going to go ahead and jack the car up real fast too. Take this tire off so I can get to everything. All right. Well, as you can see, that was entertaining. You can see that I had quite a bit of weight reduction. Yeah, a lot of that was that seam seal stuff, and there was quite a bit of rust. And I guess the way these things are made up underneath that A-arm, I mean, it was just packed full of dirt and mud, and it had been sitting there for years. It was, I mean, it was like concrete. But get you in here a little closer or whatever. As you can see, you know, it cleaned up pretty good. Took that plate off, that support structure there, and I'm gonna hit it real quick with the wire brush, knock that surface rust off of it, and then we're gonna paint it real quick on the backside, slap it on there, and then we'll go back in here with a few repairs. There's a small hole right there that goes inside. Probably gonna cut me a license plate and zip screw it on there. Like I said, a little quick repair, then we'll hit it with the rust primer. All right. All right, guys, get you set up here on what we're getting ready to do. Told you earlier about that little hole that's in the side of the car. We got a license plate here. It's aluminum, so it's not gonna rust on me. So I'm gonna make a patch out of that. I end up finding some, I don't know what this stuff is, old seam seal, maybe for around windows or whatever. I'm gonna put that around that seam when I screw it in there. That way it'll be watertight. That way it's not leaking on me. Again, we're gonna prime that with this Rust-Oleum rusty metal primer. I just got it at the big box store, had it shook up real good. And we're going to just take it and we're going to roll it on there with some rollers. So anyway, and then I got a couple of cheap chipping brushes. I'll pour some of that in here for those tight to reach spaces, and you know, get it all brushed in there real good. Make sure it's all sealed up. All righty then, stay tuned. All right, guys, back at it here. I thought I'd pause real quick and kind of give you the walkthrough, show you what we got going on so far. I've got the entire front end pretty much rust prevented, hopefully. Give us some longevity on this project. I think it turned out pretty well. Like I said, you're not going to see most of this stuff anyway. It's going to have we're still going to have the Mad Max effect, basically. But I just kind of wanted to give some longevity on this here vehicle. And so, like I said, I think it turned out pretty well. Like I said, fixed some holes, some ventilation holes, some rain holes, some cold weather holes. Because, like I've mentioned several times, I am going to be driving the crap out of this car. So I want to make it reliable, but I also want to give it the look that I'm going for. So hope you guys understand. We're getting ready to put those brackets on real quick. So I'll pause it, put it back on time lapse so you can see that happen. All right, guys, you can see it's pretty straightforward. I'm gonna go ahead and put the other side on real quick. I'm not gonna film that. And so, I mean, you guys know how to put nuts and bolts together. I just kind of want to show you the process on this or whatnot. So, all right, guys, so we're gonna call it a wrap for now. You can see that front end progress has came along pretty well. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. Just kind of wanted to show you what I'm trying to get done as far as a good bone structure on this project or whatnot. You know, again, this first portion is just basically to make sure I got good, strong bones, reliability, try to prevent some rust. A lot of this you're not going to see because the fenders and things like that are going to be on it. But that's the kind of detail that I put into some stuff. Try to make it, again, reliable and dependable because I want to drive it and drive it a lot. I've already mentioned that probably 100 times. So anyways, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and close on this video here. Hope you guys are enjoying the content. It will get better as I go along. So if you do, please give me a like, subscribe, and comment down below. Again, I'm Mike with Uncle Dad's Apocalypse Garage. See you in the wasteland. Hey guys, welcome back to Uncle Dad's Garage. Nope, I'm gonna kind of pay some particular attention inside the oh shoot, the motor housing or whatnot. See, I'm still kind of getting used to talking into the phone. Anyways, it's terrible and it sucks. So, all right. Welcome back, Facebook. Shit.